Hey, welcome back to the final part of this tutorial where we are going to add in tires, and then the next series of tutorials is going to talk about how to import it into Unreal. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to add in a cylinder, so just select your cylinder tool, and then depending on how you have Maya set up, drop in one cylinder. We're going to need to rotate this, so press your E key and then select the cylinder and rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm rotating it, and because I have this open up, I can see that the X direction is controlling my degrees. So I'm just going to type 90 in there so it's a perfect fit. And then I'm going to, rotate. Of course I keep rotating it. I'm going to scale it down. So I'm going to kind of compress it so it's more tire-like. And then I'm going to add in some tire decals. So what you're going to need to do is go onto Google or something and find the side view of it like this one, so that the tire will be able to essentially put it on the vehicle itself. And if you could get like a black stripe also in the same image, that's always a plus. But if you can't, that's fine. I'm just going to kind of walk you through how to do this. So I'm going to go to face mode, and I'm going to select and hold down shift one of the faces of the vehicle. And with that selected, I'm going to right click, go to assign favorite material, Fong, and then I'm going to, for the color, do a search for a file, and then load in the tire side image. And it puts it in right away. If yours doesn't, make sure your textures are turned on. It's a button over here. Click on that and it should apply it. And then we just need to reposition this texture. So we're going to do that by going to UV editor, and it's going to open this thing over here, and you could kind of see that one of these circles, this one up here, probably represents the tire. So we need to just kind of move that in place. So we're going to do that just by going into face mode, selecting the top here, and then moving it into position. Okay, so it looks like roughly about there. I'm going to scale it so that it's larger. You can see the wheel kind of forming in place. And then I'm going to kind of stretch it out like that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to click away from that. Okay, and if you wanted to repeat that on the other side, you can totally do so. It's the exact same process. And then for the other side of it, I can go ahead and select all of these. And I guess because we have a black stripe, we could just make that black. In fact, I'm probably just going to double click, select all of this, and then just assign the rest of this a black color for time's sake. Okay. Oh, and of course, wait, where'd my image go? Oh, there it is. Maybe just double click on it and then deselect all these faces. So I'm holding down shift because this part is the important part. Other parts not so much. And now right click, go to assign favorite material, Fong, and specify that to be the black color. Okay. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Last thing we could do to add a little bit more detail into this is go into object mode on it and add in a bevel. So this is the bevel button. Click on that. It's going to kind of round it out. And if you just add a few more segments, so if we change it from like 1 to like 3, you'll see that it kind of, that actually distorted it pretty badly. So maybe let's try 2. Okay, 2 looks fine. And it adds a little bit more roundness to it. Okay, so I'm going to click away. Yeah, that looks good. And there we go. We got one tire. We can move that into place and then just duplicate it to create the other ones. So I'm going to use my front view over here to move that into place. And let's take a look at my other views. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and X-ray mode this. Select my tire, Control D, move a copy over here. And I'm kind of using all the views to help me put this in place. I'm going to select both of them and lower them down just a little bit so they're not colliding with anything. So that's fine. And then let's just mirror them in place. So I'm going to select both the wheels, this one and this one, and I'm going to do mesh, combine, and then, oh, we don't need this open anymore. And then I'm going to go to mirror, and let's try the Y direction. Oh, I'm going to turn cut off. Let's try the Z direction. Okay, so Z looks good. And I'm going to push these up so that they kind of stick out just a hair, just like the other ones do. Like that. And then I think we got it. So let's take a look at our perspective view. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And if we wanted to do any more editing, we could totally do that. But you know, this is just a rough example. Okay, so there we go. We have a vehicle. It looks ready to go. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about importing it into Unreal. I'll see you then. Peace.